right. What's up, Dion? Look at you. Not ready. Supposed to be ready. What up, Crystal? How you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
What up, Ro? How you doing, bro?
What's up, Brother Wise? I am here again to preach the gospel to all
Oh my
my
goodness.
followers.
Oh my goodness. Can we keep going, please? Thank you.
I know.
That's my intro.
What's up,
No.
Michelle? How you doing?
What's going on,
Sean.
everybody? Hello, hello.
Hey,
Shout out to the
Sean.
chat. Hey, Crystal.
We got my guy MJ in the building. WTF for real. What's up with you, brother?
Not much, man. Good to see you, brother. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. I appreciate you
Happy
pulling
New
up
Year.
today.
Trying to get
Appreciate
back
you
into
coming
the
and hanging
swing
out
of
with
things.
us.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tease me with a good time.
Can dig it. I'll pull my brother Spaces. What's up with you, bro?
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Good, man. Appreciate you pulling up this evening.
And hey.
All right. Y'all quiet today. What's up, bro? You got nothing for us?
Hey, listen.
What, because we got on you? Is that what it is? We got on you?
Listen, I had a great week this week. Okay, I got to consolidate a bunch of debt. All right, I got from underneath about $5,000 worth of debt. I am happy. All right. My credit score, I looked at my credit score today. Okay, it is jumping like a Mexican over the border. All right. We getting it. We getting it, Wise. I'm telling you.
All right. Who brought the echo in here? Who brought the echo?
I don't know. Couldn't
Somebody
tell
did.
you.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. We're going to get into it, man. We got to start the show off with the Black Panthers. I'm sure everybody's seen the thumbnail, seen the title. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to, experience these interesting fellas. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. If you guys want to take it wherever you want to take it, by all means do that. But they had a confrontation with the police, and it's just pretty crazy, man. I don't know what these guys are up to, man. This just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, man. But we're going to get into it. Hit the like button for me. Super chat, super thanks are greatly appreciated. If you want to add anything to the conversation today, or if you have any questions for anybody up here, that is the best way to get your question answered. Or if you just want to interject something into the conversation, do so. We are looking for a show sponsor today. Super chat, $20 or more. We'll put you down there as the show sponsor. So we greatly appreciate your support. And without further ado, let's get into it.
I would dignify everyone I encounter during the commission of my shift. I would treat everybody with courtesy and respect. Let's say as long as they don't disrespect me. Now, my comrade, he got heated up and I sent him off. But it don't matter what you say to me, right? You're not going to get me out of character because what I stand for means more to me than anything you can say. That's what that's supposed to mean to you. Now, you let people get you out of your character, then you disrespecting the thing you say you stand for. And the reality of the matter is the slave owners, the 13 colonies, all look like you, and all the slaves look like him. And that's the point that he was making. See what I'm saying? And that's the truth. It's irrefutable. And that badge, the origin of it is slave catcher patrol. And them, the origin of black people being slave catchers, was master would come to the slave and he would say, look, if you help me pursue my property, I won't touch your wife, I won't touch your daughter, you get a little shack at the end of the plantation. You help me catch my property. And the property you was helping catch was other black people. Because the slave...
Somebody answer this for me. What's the purpose of this? Seriously, like what? Why rehash all of this? It makes no sense to me.
Ignorance.
I am so confused.
It's like watching a skit, like the terrible acting. Yeah. You gotta. These dudes are soft, man. Anybody that's falling for this, it's out of their minds, bro.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Hey, Wise, I'd rather spend my Saturday afternoon playing poker with the Black Israelites.
Owners thought you had instincts that would help them catch your own people. So that's what he's telling him. He's telling him that what he's wearing, the origin of what he's wearing, is the slavers hiring him to help catch other people like him. Now, it don't apply to you because you're not black. You're not a descendant of American slaves. But black people who were born, follow your oath.
Neither is he.
I would dignify everyone I encounter during the commission of my shift. I would treat everybody with courtesy and respect. Let's say as long as they don't disrespect me. Now, my comrade, he got heated up and I sent him off. But it don't matter what you say to me, right? You're not going to get me out of character because what I stand for means more to me than anything you can say. That's what that's supposed to mean to you. Now, you let people get you out of your character, then you disrespecting the thing you say you stand for. And the reality of the matter is, the slave owners, the 13 colonies, all look like you, and all the slaves look like him. And that's the point that he was making. See what I'm saying?
Can't take any more of that. Oh my goodness. This is crazy, man. I don't understand the purpose of this. I really don't. Sean, what are your thoughts?
I didn't realize I didn't know what the heck they were doing at first. So they're preaching to the police. But they're only coming out now because of all of this chaos with what happened in Minnesota. They weren't here before when maybe black people needed their help. They come out now because white people are wilding out, but they the Black Panthers supposed to help the black people in the subway talking to, I don't know. I have nothing. The people are just crazy. They need attention. That title of, what did it say? Something about we got guns too, like MAGA does, or whatever that said. So what? What does that mean? What's the point? And I think you said who's believing this? Unfortunately, many of people are believing this, following this, and think that they're doing something. And I'm just like a banana in the tailpipe yet again. Wasted time. I don't know.
Yeah, complete waste of time.
Yeah,
complete waste of time. Crystal, what are your thoughts? I know you're looking like you want to go off.
Listen, tell the black kittens to go read a book. How about that?
Yeah, this is what happens when you give the Black Panthers over to a bunch of Gen Zers and like tail end millennials that think they understand, but it doesn't make any sense. You know, they're standing up for nothing, and they're walking around with guns they don't even know how to use.
They are literally kittens. That's what they are. Like the one who wants to talk about being black. Didn't we just discover he's like Dominican, Cuban? Sir, sit down. You have no right to even fix your mouth and talk to anybody. Like, go sit down. And the thing is, as I keep saying, and Ms. Shawn is 100% right. You came out over the immigrants, the illegal immigrants. Let's be specific, illegal immigrants, but the black lives that were lost during by the hands of illegal immigrants, you ain't show up nowhere. You ain't show up to stand up for none of them. You ain't say nada. And then you want to sit down here and say the slave owners look like the white man. That means you don't know your history. That's even worse. You don't even know your own history. You don't even know the history of America. Go sit down and shut up. And I love the fact that the leader, the original founder of Black Panthers, she came out for them. And she says she is going to sue those fools, because don't be trying to take her uncle's movement and twist it for the craziness that they're trying to create right now. So I'm glad that she came out and said that, because these people look problematic. They're problematic, and all they're doing is helping to try and push America into a state of martial law, because everybody that's going to pick up arms ain't going to come with common sense. Look at the crazy people in Minneapolis. Just imagine if all of them were running around with weapons. What could have happened over there? They're trying to push us into martial law with these crazy people. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I want to play the clip that you talk about. I want to play that for you guys. Give me a second. Look.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you, because you guys you are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court, bitches.
Thank you.
Good for her. Good.
Yeah,
Well,
good. Celeste, what are your thoughts?
This looks like a case of the lady doth protest too much. All of these people who are so interested in forward facing blackness and showing either black superiority or black equality have a hard time of convincing me that they don't believe in white supremacy. And what I mean by that is that they believe that white people are superior to them. They do not convince me that they are comfortable in their blackness, that they're proud of their blackness and just living their lives. This need to go confront people who didn't, at least from the clip, didn't ask you anything, didn't intervene in any way. You just voluntarily took it upon yourself to try and re-explain what you think history is to them. Does not suggest to me that you are very comfortable in your blackness, that you have some sense of inferiority, because people who are actually comfortable with what they are know how to sit in that. They know how to move in that. They know how to just be. And they don't feel the need to come up and tell somebody, I'm black, you know what that means, you know who you are, you know what you did, the need to do all of that. Just again, the lady doth protest too much. You not convincing me that you're really that okay with being black, that you don't think that white man is superior to you. Because if you did, you could and use the metro station or wherever they were the same way everyone else is using the metro station, and you could be fine. You didn't need it to become your personal stage for your personal grievance.
It's all a grift, though, right? This is about the money. It has to be, right? Who's putting the battery, on these folks' back to get out here like this? I know they have some GoFundMe's, or they got some form of nonprofit type situation going on where they're taking donations. So this is all a grift. It's all a grift. Whoever would like to go next, man, go for it. Spaces, bro.
I am confusion. What is going on here? What are you even like? I don't. Maybe I need to watch the original video to see how the interaction started. But why are you lecturing the police about this? Like, what? Why are you holding this gun? I don't know. Like, why do you think that, slavery is centered around, how white people treated black people? Black people had slaves too, man. Like, what are we talking about? In order for slavery to exist, black people had to participate in it. So I am just confused. Why are we having this conversation in 2026 for real? Because it's like a dying organization for real. It was a point where there was a whole lot of these people, Black Panthers, that stood for something, basically against the police brutality, right? They stood against it, but now you're harassing the police, and it's like 3 of you. I don't know. I was just confused just to see. I was listening, like putting my ear closer to the screen because I couldn't hear. But I'm like, what is he talking about? Are you even black?
They're talking about nothing, and that man went home and still calling the N-word. So that's just the way.
Oh man. Oh man.
Go on, Michon.
Well, at the end of the day, Wise, these guys are up here, man. They're just pretenders. Like the lady said, Huey Newton started this organization in Oakland, California, and it died with Fred Hampton in Chicago. Okay. And what the Black Panthers were about, man, they were about policing their own neighborhood. They were about feeding their own neighborhood and the empowerment of the area that they're, in predominantly. And then guys from the Black Panthers, like Brother Matulu or Geronimo Pratt, these are all political prisoners held by the FBI. You know what I mean? So these guys don't even know their history, man. They're just looking for a fight. The Black Panthers didn't stood for something totally different than what he was trying to preach to that cop. So you were just sounding ignorant, because I'm a Puerto Rican man from, New Jersey dude, and I know this. You know what I mean? And you're a black man, dude. You don't know your own history. I could tell you more about Huey Newton and everybody else than he can.
Rolando,
And
he's
that's
not black.
yeah,
He's
but
not
that's
black
not.
though. He's Dominican.
Yeah,
He's not.
but still, if you're gonna jump in that arena, at least know something.
Yo, it's
You know, I'm not preaching black empowerment because that's not my element. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean I have to be ignorant to it. You know, to me, this is just common knowledge. I figure everybody will know a little something about everything, but I guess I'm wrong. So these guys want to go out there and shine and, you know, look like they're actually saying something, but you're not saying anything. You're just sounding ignorant. You know, you're looking like a fool. And like the lady said, dude, you are dishonoring the memory of these guys, dude, who were actually persecuted by our government, and it's on record. So you're going against what they stood and died for. Man, that's just, like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know what these guys stand for nowadays, dude. They stand for nothing because they fall for anything.
It's all about
It's
the money,
sad to
man.
see when you have low self-esteem. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
When you have low self-esteem, you just go out of the way to try to be seen and heard.
Yes.
And this is just so childish and so sickening. And I try to dissociate from stupid people, but this stuff is happening so much that I'm starting to get embarrassed. Okay, as a black woman, I'm starting to get embarrassed. And I'm trying not to be in that place because it ain't me, and that's not my viewpoint. But you know, it kind of reminds me of the American fixation with everything deserves a sequel. You can't do a sequel on everything. Sometimes it works out right. Like my favorite movie was The Matrix. Matrix 2, which was called Matrix Reloaded, bomb. By the time they got to 3, I'm like, just let it die. You can't do a sequel for everything. And definitely the way this Paul Bird song, whatever his name is, you know, I mean, it was said that he was trying to be a rapper not too long ago. That didn't work. So here he goes on this. And it's just tragic how stupid he's making himself look. Him and them 2-3 other little people with him. I'm like, go sit down. Please sit down and be quiet.
You know, Bill Burr has a skit based on white guilt, like a set. You should look it up. It's whenever you get a time, just YouTube Bill Burr white guilt.
Check it out. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Man,
Go for it. If anybody else wants to add something quickly, be brief.
Wise, I felt bad for the cop, man. He was just standing there like, what I do to deserve this? You know what I'm saying? I ain't shot nobody black or brown at least in a year. That's all I'm saying. He just looked confused. I felt bad for him, bro.
Yeah, I think what bothers me the most about this, Wise, is that somebody convinced this dude that this is a good idea. You know, that there was somehow some money in it, and they were easily convinced to fall for it because clearly they don't believe what they're preaching, man. You can tell it in his body language. You know, it's all a money play. It's like, okay, how can we get black people to get on to fight another fight that they have nothing to do with? Oh yeah, let's get the Black Panthers on it. They'll all come running. You know, and most level-headed black people, man, are not going to fall for this.
And please, the next movement that y'all make, let it be organic. Stop trying to recycle, okay, something that was great, all right, and then trying to reinvent it. It ain't yours. You know, the Black Panthers ain't yours. What MLK did, that ain't yours. What Malcolm X did, that ain't yours. Okay, that's why at least I give some credit to the BLM women. At least they had something original to scam everybody with. Just get
That was
something
original. I'll give him that. That was original.
Yeah,
it was definitely original. Definitely original. But I mean, it was original.
Recycle Black Panther, they gonna mess around and get sued.
It was original, but not because, you know, Booker T. Washington has been talking about this for a long time. You know, this race hustle industry is big business, man. There's a lot of money in this. No different than, you know, what were we talking about all summer, you know, last year? What was it? The Dominique Alexander and the new national number 2 National Action Network or whatever, following right behind, Crooked Al. I think is that what it was called? The new National Action Group or whatever.
The new National Action Network. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, yeah. Just I'm like, dang, you're not even original enough to come up with your own name, bro. You just threw new at the front. This is ridiculous, man. But this is something. I mean, Booker T. Washington was talking about this in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Nothing has changed other than the faces. Just new people, same tactics. And unfortunately, there are the idiots, the useful idiots out there falling for the grift, donating money and believing that these people are actually going to do something. And we know they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. It's ridiculous, man. But let's keep it moving.
Do you believe that the protesters, were they supposed to go into a place of worship as far as you understand about the video that we're seeing?
Absolutely. We went into
and that is legal. Why? That's the context.
We were invited into the church. The pastor himself is on video calling it a public gathering, a public church service. So we were invited in, and contrary to your opening statement saying BLM protesters busted in, that's absolutely inaccurate. As a matter of fact, most of the people who were a part of the protest were everyday, ordinary citizens who are frustrated with the brutality that we have dealt with at the hands of ICE. And over the weekend, we found out that one of the pastors at the church, David Easterwood, also serves as the director of the field office for ICE in St. Paul at the Whipple Federal Building. Now, as an ordained reverend and as an itinerant preacher, I was shocked. I'm someone who believes very firmly in the gospel of Jesus Christ. And the foundation of that gospel is to love thy neighbor as you love thyself. When you contrast that to the behavior of ICE agents who have done anything but love their neighbor, as a matter of fact, they have killed their neighbor. When Renee Good was killed by ICE agent Jonathan Ross on January 7th of 2026, we realized that there is a dichotomy at work that is unsustainable. How can you be both a pastor as well as someone who unleashes ICE agents upon our community who are inflicting harm day after day after day?
These people are despicable, man.
That just made me mad.
Despicable. Crystal, I'll give you the first word.
I feel like you just want me to go off tonight. I really feel like you want me to go off today. Let me tell you, that woman is a pathological liar, straight from the very pits of her father, Satan. I don't care that she claims that she's a reverend. She's not a reverend of Jesus Christ, because she does not know the word of God. Because Romans 13 says very clearly, submit to the governing authority. The governing authority says that you need to be a legal citizen here in America. So you sitting here saying that what the ICE person did is wrong, the reverend, is problematic. And then to twist scripture, and then to talk about that you were invited in because it was a public gathering for people to come to worship, not to come in there and protest, because my God is a God of order. He is not the God of chaos and confusion. You brought chaos and confusion into the church, and then you want to gaslight people. Like don't understand. I spent years with a man that likes to gaslight. So when people gaslight me, I get real triggered and irritated with gaslighters, because you're going to sit there and lie and say that you were invited and you were not invited in. To sit down and say the murder of Renee Good. Renee, that was self-defense, because Renee tried to run that man over with a car. Period. Point blank. So I'm so sick of these people. And that's why I said on my stream, I said, we're not calling those people Christians. When Don Lemon wants to say he's a Christian, when she wants to claim a Christian, they're not Christians. They're not associated with us. They're not part of us. They're not part of the body of Christ. If you are not doing the will of the Father, then you are not part of Christ. And if you don't know the scriptures, the Lord says, do not add or take away from scriptures. Don't be trying to twist it for your foolishness. And I want y'all to know that this is not a thing on Americans. This is a thing on Christians. I want people to be very aware of this. This is a move against Christians because they take their happy butt up into no mosque. Why they ain't run up in nobody mosque when they found out about all the fraud? Ain't none of them run up in a mosque, but you're real quick to run into a church. This is why I said Ecclesiastes 8:11. The justice, they need to punish these people swiftly, because now you're hearing all the rest of them saying that no, it's okay because it's a public gathering, it's a church, it's a this, it's a that, we're allowed to come in there. Absolutely not. I want her and the rest of them under the jail. I don't want them to see the light of day for 40 years plus. The same way they put those little old ladies who were praying peacefully across the street from a clinic to end your pregnancy. They gave them 40 years. I want those people to get 40 years plus because they knew what they were doing and they did it anyway.
Whoever wants to go next can go, but I do have a question. Do you think any of these people are going to jail? Do you think any of these people will catch a charge? Do you think any of these people, will be arrested at all?
I'll tell you right now, when I don't make much of this story. When I first saw the story, I just looked at it, saw the people in there. They put their crime on tape. They done violated 2 federal acts. They done violated the FACE Act, and they done violated the KKK Act. You could charge them with one or the other. You could charge them with both. All I'm waiting is for somebody to go to jail. Outside of that, I ain't making too much out of this because basically it's pretty open and shut. You know what I mean? They went in there. They did what they did. They violated 2 federal, civil rights acts. Pretty open and shut. The same way Biden went ahead and prosecuted them people standing outside of the abortion clinic praying. Remember that? They ended up getting some time, and they charged them with the FACE Act. So, in this case, they qualify. So it's just a matter of time. Now, don't get me wrong.
I got a question before you keep going. I want to let somebody else get in there, but I do have a question. Do you think this administration will go as hard as the previous administration?
Yeah.
Against their, quote unquote, I guess, maybe political enemies or however you want to look at it.
No.
Mashawn, hold up, bro. I want to get Mashawn in there. But, do you think they will go as hard or do you think they'll be a little more lenient?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to be nice, okay? Because I'm upset that they're even giving that heifer time to even be able to say anything, okay? Because that whole thing triggered me so badly, the fact that they ran up in any church, because that's so disrespectful. I understand what everybody else might think about. The only thing that came to my mind was, how dare you, Don Lemon and that heifer, being Black. You are not young. You are of an age where you know daggone well that you are not supposed to do that. And that is so disrespectful. You know daggone well that anybody that was your grandmothers, your mothers, and your grandfathers, and all those people would never say that this is something that is okay for you to do. Also, she's sitting up here talking about she a pastor, she a preacher, and she the Black Lives Matter person, and they got that splattered all over the place. What are you doing out here for these people that ain't Black? Y'all never show up for anybody when they Black. Y'all never come out here for anybody to help them unless it's, of course, a white police person and a Black person. That's it. Now you want to jump on this bandwagon. Everything is freaking racist. None of this makes any sense. Then you're going to sit up there and lie. Just turn around and just lie and act like you was invited in. You recorded it all. We watched it. You recorded it all. We watched it all. You're just lying. And the fact that I'm now mad at Cuomo for bringing her on there to allow her to continue to talk, like you're feeding into this foolishness, and I'm tired of saying that people saying that everything is racist, it's watered down, it means absolutely nothing, and Black people have allowed that to be taken away, and everybody can use it, anybody can use it, and everybody is using it. That stupid Don Lemon is using that too. And I did say that if they don't do anything to arrest these people, or at least arrest them, even if they don't go to jail, then they're a joke. I'm sorry. They're a freaking joke, because there's no way. The way they carried on about the people in J6, and they were wrong. They were absolutely wrong, and carried on about what happened with them and what needed to be done. And them people got arrested. But now all of a sudden, y'all think that you absolved? just because you're you're worse. I don't care that you're black. Like black people, some black people just really think that just because they black, they should get away with everything because of past, because of slavery, because of racism, because of this, because of that. Nah, you breaking the law, you breaking the law. And I don't care. You need to go to jail. You let me rephrase, you at least need to be arrested. And then whatever happens, that happens. But as long as you don't give people lessons and you're not, just like with kids, if you're not going to tell them what's wrong and you're not going to give them the daggone punishment, they're going to continue to push and push and push. And I feel like these people are waiting for something else to happen so they can say, see, that would be Timmy, Jakey, Illy, all of them. And at this point, if the freaking administration don't, or whoever is supposed to do something about this, them too, just waiting for something bigger to happen. All this stuff is out of control and I'm over it. But she and those people doing that thoroughly.
Absolutely.
Sorry, just thoroughly. I can't. My grandmother would be, she would come from heaven and beat me if I ever thought about doing something like that.
Let me jump in real quick. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much, Wise, for having me on. I apologize. I had to take my daughter somewhere. But I agree with y'all. I don't think the administration has the appetite to do the right thing. Sadly, it's going to become an issue where there's going to be some civil justice metered out in a church. Some fool group is going to try this somewhere, and they're going to try this at a church, and it's going to go south. Whether it be, that's what's going to happen, and then it'll be a matter of it'll be a black mob coming into a white church. Somebody gonna catch a hand. Somebody gonna catch a baseball bat over the head or something like that, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, now we got to do this, that, and the other." They're gonna act a fool, even though they've allowed this. So it's sad because that's what's gonna be, and it's gonna flip the table. And then they're gonna be looking at the white church. You know, imagine this church that they were at this past Sunday, and somebody ends up catching it, which I'm still surprised that they didn't. I'm a little bit disappointed that it didn't go south. I'm sorry, there's some grown adult men in there, and they allowed that to happen. Tomorrow I have our security chief from my church coming on my channel tomorrow, and he's just going to lay out how to build a security plan for your church, because a lot of churches don't have it, because they don't ever think like this, because you're coming to worship the Lord with your family and you know, see your people with your potlucks and all that kind of stuff. You're not thinking about you're going to have to go pop in church, but that might have to be the case. So
you know what, though,
the
Jason?
point I'm just go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Why is that the case?
Because we're in a wicked.
You had the Dylan Roof situation. From that point on, I mean, there should have been some immediate conversations around security. You know what I'm saying? At places of worship.
Why don't you ask
from that time point on?
Ask your live chat. Like, does your church have do you know if your church has a security plan? Like we've had one forever. I joke about it all the time. We got more bullets in our church than we got Bibles. Don't mess with us. Like, don't do it. You want something else to do besides that. But there's many churches who don't. And they saw the guy run the truck into the church. They've seen that kind of stuff, but they don't know what to do. They don't want to be seen as being unfriendly. They don't want to think about they have to lock their doors. They don't want to think about not having the doors open and welcoming everybody in. Why? Because they're Christian, and they're trying to be inviting to people who are not in the faith, and they want people to know that they can come and worship God here. They don't want to think about the fact that we got to put flower pots in front of the door because in case some lunatic tries to do this. We got to think about what are the exit plans. If Deacon John gets taken out, will Deacon Mike be able to pick up his gun and continue this thing? Like, they don't want to think about that. Who wants to think about that?
Yeah, but who wants to think about not being able to go to church with a clear mind because you're afraid that some idiots are going, storm church service or something along those lines?
The world that we're in today. I mean, I think Sunday was a little bit more in your face because it was more. It wasn't a weapon. It wasn't a car. It was just a bunch of lunatics that were just allowed free reign to storm through a church. I do think that was a little bit different than some of the things we've seen before, but hopefully and prayerfully, churches will be mindful of this. But at the end of the day, this is the state of the world that we're in, man. People don't care about God, and they don't care. They really don't care about us as believers in Christ, but they don't care about God most importantly. And so, as you know, Psalm 2 says, the nations rage and shake their fists at God. They hate him, and they hate the people that are called out by him. So we should not be surprised. It should not cause us any consternation. Our king still rules and reigns over the affairs of men. So we know, hey, okay, fine. my conscience is clear, and my barrel is loaded. I'm good.
No,
I'm
that's
good. However this thing goes, it just goes that way. He saw fit. He saw fit for me to go worship the Lord with my family this past Sunday, and I came home safely. If he saw it another way, then that's just the way I'll see his face in peace. That's just how it have to be.
But Jay and Wise, that's why I said what I said, where Christians need to wake up at this point, because I think a lot of Christians, the persecution is not going to stay over just in Nigeria and Sudan and all those other stuff. It's going to come to America. So the plans have to be in place. People have to start thinking like this, because I recorded a video tonight that I'm going to put out where a representative from Arizona said, no, there was nothing wrong with this. In fact, I think this should happen all the time. What do you mean? What do you mean? So this is what I'm saying. They want to. It's not just people want to say it's an attack on Americans. No. This is an attack on the church, and they want to go after the church. So I want people to be aware of that and put plans in place. Like Jason said, my church is the same way. Don't run up in my church. I don't know what's gonna happen to you if you say you run up in my church.
We're gonna preach the gospel. We're gonna preach your funeral, one way or another. I mean, we'll take care of you. Have no fear. Have no fear. We will take care of you. We will take care of you. And I mean, we will take care of you. So
anybody else want to get in?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Miss Celeste.
Thank you, Spaces. First of all, that woman started with the as an ordained preacher. She used that the same way people say as a Black woman. I don't know where the word as gave everybody a pass. Everything from this point after, as soon as you say as, and as just means like, it doesn't mean it. He didn't say I'm a preacher, so now I can say. If you just say as, you mean like something, the next thing that follows. So the whole premise of that is just foolish. So as this, and her basic point was, because I don't believe that this is the appropriate action in terms of one of the pastors working for ICE. I don't believe that that's what a pastor should do. I brought my group in here to disturb the church. Let me tell you the problem with this. The problem with this is and people want to compare this to J6. No, let's say we accept the worst narrative of J6. Okay. Even in the worst narrative of January 6th, it was a bunch of people who were mad and thought that their government was betraying them. And what they did was go and wage their attack or their confrontation or their aggressiveness on members of the government. They showed respect for the citizenry. They didn't park their cars in ways to stop traffic. They weren't laying on the ground so people couldn't pass by. They didn't go into the churches so no one could worship, because those people who went to J6 said, we are going to place our grievance at the feet of the people that we think have transgressed against us. We are going to respect the citizenry and leave them out of it. These people and their tactic is about complete disrespect for the so-called citizenry they say that they are advocating for. They want to disrupt our lives. They want to disrupt our worship. They want to stop us from passing on public streets. They want to stop us from driving on public streets, and they want to stop us from worshiping in our houses of worship. It is about a disrespect, because what their belief is, if I can disrupt and disturb you enough, you will do one or two things. You'll either go fight the leadership for me, or you'll move aside and let me be emboldened in the attack. And so this is an attack on the citizenry, not the so-called government that they say they're protesting against. They say they're upset with ICE. They say they're upset with the administration, but they are attacking us.
Yes.
That's a great point. You're right.
I think, I was thinking about the movie Lion King. And, after the stampede, the hyenas were so hungry, he was like, can I pick on one of the little sick ones? And I think what a lot of people believe the Christianity are one of the little sick hyenas that they can just pick on. And I think in order to combat that, just like Mr. J. Witt was saying, we got to stop. They have taken the idea of turning the other cheek into just walking over Christians. They think that, okay, I actually remember a long time ago, one of my coworkers, like something happened, if I forget what it was, and I responded to it, and I said, if that was me, I would have did like this, responded to this. So it wasn't anything violent or anything. I just responded a certain way to something somebody did. And he was like, oh, so you do get angry. Am I human? Yes, I got these emotions. I'm not, people just view Christians as these people that they can just, do whatever they want to. And, Rolando actually reminded me that I need to look into what the FACE Act was. He said that the FACE Act is the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act of 1994, is a federal law prohibiting the use of force, threat of force, or physical obstruction to injure, intimidate, or interfere with anyone obtaining or providing reproductive health services or exercising their right to religious freedom at a place of worship. Just off of that.
Why is Don Lemon not in jail?
Exactly.
All of them go to jail. And I think, whoever, ICE, police, give them more handcuffs, handcuff these people together, hog tie them, add another ring to the handcuffs, subdue these people, suspend them, whatever the case, because it's crazy now. It's crazy.
You're not going to see Don Lemon in jail because the state, when you have the attorney general is Muslim, and he went on either Don Lemon show or D.L. Hughley show and was saying, well, what Don Lemon did was that wasn't the FACE Act. That was just the First Amendment. He literally said that on the show. Yep, so it's like the people in the state, they're making it a joke because, again, that's their ideology. And since they don't have any respect for the Christians, they're not going to take it serious. They're just going to sweep it under the rug like it doesn't matter. But I'm at the point, if Pam Bondi don't do her job, you just might as well go ahead and get rid of her. I'm like, time for you to go, because I need to see people arrested and going to jail.
This is exactly why they do this stuff in liberal areas. This is exactly why they do this stuff in liberal areas. If you remember when they were out burning Teslas, they were burning Teslas in liberal areas. There were liberals writing little notes on their car saying, I'm with you. Don't burn my car. I'm with you. They were tearing up. That's what I'm saying. Their attack is on the people. It is not on the so-called institutions that they're against. And the reason they do this stuff in liberal areas is because liberals coddle lawlessness. They cozy up to lawlessness. They know that you can do this stuff there, and there's going to be nobody in the leadership who's going to be able to say, nope, this is wrong. We have to take a stand, because they can't do that in any other policy that they have in those areas.
I agree.
Great point.
One of the things I say, I'll be super quick. There's this movie, I don't know if anyone's watched it, called Demolition Man. And I've realized recently that is the visual representation of the difference in Republicans and Democrats. Republicans are the people above ground, and Democrats are the people below ground.
All right.
Definitely, these are warnings, in my opinion, and Christians are gonna have to. We're gonna have to know that we cannot just lay down and be a welcome mat to any and everybody, because since nothing is gonna be done, charges are not gonna come, or if they come, these people are not gonna go to jail or anything, because the Republican Party is just too yellow backed about things. And they're so concerned about how it's going to be perceived, and they're going to think we're mean. They call you everything under the sun already. It can't get no worse. So just do what you got to do. Because exactly. And that's what's so sad. That you're right. You have the right ideologies and everything, the right things, as far as we're concerned, your platform and everything. But They just won't act on it. It's so sickening to me. I grew up in church. Church was like second home. That's another place that was always off limits. It's a safe space, and I have just been furious every time I see this. And Don Lemon standing there to, oh, I'm a Christian too. Really?
But you're
Hugged
not.
up
But
to
you're
a
not.
man at night, every night. And the BLM woman hugged up to her woman. But somewhere, while they live in hellish, they think they have a right to judge the church. Where is it that the world can judge the church? Where y'all getting that from? You saying you're Christians, but you don't read your Bible because you got it twisted. It's not supposed to be that way. So I'm like, at some point, we're gonna have to stop. You as the climate becomes more and more hostile towards Christianity. I just don't. You could just so see how eventually they just gonna overtake us because we ain't gonna do nothing about it, but just lay there and be a welcome mat, and that's sad because we don't
Not
have
over
to.
here. Not over here.
Okay, okay.
I'm a
You
Peter. I'm a Peter and Elijah. I ain't a John. I'm a Peter. Okay.
See.
You don't get to practice your constitutional rights if it impedes on mine.
Right.
Correct.
That seems to be how it works. Go ahead.
I agree 100%.
All right. Well, yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna lighten it up. Y'all getting too heavy for me. This evening. Goodness gracious.
There's no
You
police
started it,
here.
why?
You brought it up.
You create the chaos.
Blood pressure up. He bringing people blood pressure up and they want to blame us.
Right.
Let me turn on my air conditioner. Hold on.
Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild.
We're gonna lighten it up. And yeah. We'll dive into the dating world. Thank you, Crystal, for upsetting me with these videos. I had to piece together real fast. So you have a deposit for the single guys, man. Y'all putting down deposits to go on dates with chicks? Like
what?
Really? So much so that they want to create an app so they can make sure they get your money. This is crazy.
That's crazy work.
I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs. I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is the best damn dating app you have ever seen, because there is a clear difference here where the woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date.
I pay too much money for my upkeep to be having.
Please stop. Please stop.
I had somebody reach out to me. They have been.
Wait, we're watching Star Trek. We talking Star Trek Academy.
Y'all.
She paid her upkeep. Her lace is
Fling
back
on,
too far.
man. Okay, back this one up.
All right, hold up. Here we go.
Money for my upkeep to be having free conversations. I had somebody reach out to me. They have been reaching out to me in my DMs, and I was kind of ignoring it, just leaving them on red because I'm not interested. And today they consistently message me, and so I said, okay, I'll answer. This morning I had a shampoo appointment, and so I answered, and they were like, am I disturbing you? And I said, I don't converse with men that I don't know. And they said, well, let's change that. And I said, well, I'm actually on the way to go get my hair done. You gonna contribute to that? They sent a long paragraph asking me to explain why they should do that. And they said now they understand the kind of woman that I am, on and on and on. And I said, no problem, no worries, have a good day. I feel like this. I keep my nails done, keep my toes done. So nails, toes, every month. I get my hair done every month. This is a luxury style. I keep my hair up, right? So getting my hair done every month. Nails, toes, hair. I own my home. I got an acre of land. I have to get my grass cut. I get my yard work done by myself. All of that is covered by myself. I have a nice body. I get that done in the gym. I have a gym membership. I clothe my nice body with nice clothes. And so I have to go shopping. And I wear makeup, which I enjoy. And in the comments, I don't care what you got to say about makeup. But I also spend money on that. And so to keep this up, I also eat on a meal plan that I have created. And so for that meal plan, I have to go grocery shopping to eat off of the meal plan that I have created. And so all of this takes money. All of this takes money to upkeep this. And so why am I having free conversations? And it is okay. It is okay if you don't feel the way that I feel and you are having free conversations. But I think about this, especially if you're messaging me when I'm on the way to an appointment where I'm about to spend hundreds of dollars to get my hair washed, and I'm continuing to have this appointment where I'm spending hundreds of dollars on myself, and you're interested in me? No, I don't have free conversations. And I implore you, if you're a woman who takes great care of herself and does great things for herself and keeps herself up, think about whether you're having free conversations. I treat my phone like it still has minutes and you're not using mine up. That's it. Love you. Bye.
Yo, I got you, man. That takes a lot of gusto. I don't care what y'all say about her forehead. I do not care what you say about that wig sliding back. She got an A head. I don't care what you say. It takes a lot of gusto. Y'all got to give that woman props to be that doggone bold to get up on this here, the Lord's internet, talking all that mad trash about wanting the back pat because she's an adult. Y'all got to get put some hand claps in the chat, because y'all got to give her clap. And then once you put the hand claps in the chat, then you can proceed to give her all the other work. Because I'm telling you right now, she deserves it. I want to hear from Messy. I want to know what she got to say.
What?
Yeah. Because you ain't even said what's up to me, and I feel some kind of way. So I want you to tell me what you thought about the Klingon. Did you see the new version of Star Trek Academy? I'm here to cause chaos, and I'm bald. I stay bald. I'm good.
Good evening, Jay.
Hey, friend, how are you?
I don't even have the energy because I'm still hyped from the last segment.
Oh no!
And I'm over all of this stuff. It's not my issue, child. I can't imagine why all these people got dating issues. So yeah, I'm tapping out on this one. I can't do it. Next, I can't do it.
Whoever.
All right, I'll jump in there. First of all, my whole thought is if you don't have, what did she say? She doesn't have conversations for free. Then you shouldn't have free conversations. Then you shouldn't have answered the phone. This is on you. Why did you answer the phone? He was in your DMs on red. He could have stayed in your DMs on red. You didn't need to go and engage this man to tell him, because really, it seems to me, it was really just a play to get money for your hair. Because other than that, what was the whole point in talking to him? You never had to pick up the phone. No one is forcing you into a free conversation. And I'm sure after they see this video, nobody wants your conversation. I'm not sure you have any conversation. She seems to have a heavy schedule of grooming, which only can make me wonder, what must you look like if you don't do that? Because
right.
It is taking you.
You can tell she was in a rush.
Honey, every waking minute seems to be tied up into getting you to look that good. And that's as good as you can look with that amount of attention. And she said hundreds of dollars. Now listen, I'm not, people look how they look, and that's fine. But I can, when somebody says I've spent hundreds of dollars and all of my time and attention has been put into appointments then I just, that, can I just say this? We want to thank her for supporting small businesses and local businesses, because that is a help to the local economy, and I do appreciate that, and I want her to continue. But I want the ladies out there to know, no one is forcing you into any conversation. So every conversation you're in is of your choice. You chose to talk. So don't be upset talking about I'm not into free. No, you don't have to have any conversation. No one needs to hear from you. When you pick up the phone and say hello, you're choosing to talk.
If you clip this, ARP, if you clip this, make sure you title it "A Heavy Schedule for Grooming," because that is an awesome title right there. I love it.
Fantastic. That title.
Yes, it is.
That just sounded exhausting. I was like, my
Yeah.
God, I grew myself. I'm not complaining about but I can promise you every minute of my waking hour and day is not meditating. And you know what? Let me say this now, because now you've upset me. This is the problem with self-care. Okay, you can let everybody know I am the enemy of self-care. Self-care, what they're calling self-care, is an opportunity to be self-consumed and spending all of your time thinking about how you look and prepping and propping yourself. God, to only get, I'll let Rolando score it, but to only get to whatever number you reach, this is a farce. All of these people think that being self-absorbed is the same thing as loving yourself. It's not. People who love themselves as they are. And it doesn't mean that they don't want to be groomed. It doesn't mean that they don't want to be attractive. They certainly want to go in public and be acceptable, but they are not obsessed with it because they know who they are and they know they have something of value. What you just told the world is all you have of value is something you don't possess that you have to spend hundreds of hours on and hundreds of dollars on. And other than the local businesses, nobody can look at you and see who else is profiting from that.
My thing is, I'm like, whatever, do you, boo? If you want to charge a retainer fee for somebody to date you, do your thing. But, I'm a girly girl. So I don't know about her and those people, but I do things because I like to do it because, it's girly. I like makeup, the hair, and, I got a whole makeup channel. And, so I get a kick out of that thing, but I do it for me. I don't come with this long list. So if somebody wants to date me, well, I do this, and this. You doing it for somebody else? That's exhausting. You take all the fun out of the girly things, And so I'm like, whatever. But the very fact that she talks about how she doesn't have free conversations. Well, you had a free moment of exposing all that to the public. Y'all sound dumb. I mean, do what you do, but since you put it out there,
signing up for this. That's the question. Spaces, are you signing up for this? You're dropping a deposit to go on a date. You know what I'm saying? With someone, you dropping a deposit.
Mr. Wise, no. No. You start talking like this, I'm just turning my back to her and walking away. The sad part is it's two reasons a lot of women get this type of confidence to talk like this. One is if they heard their friends talking about it and they know that it sounds good to them, especially to specifically other women, to make it seem like they're boasting themselves up to be more than what they really are, or if it's actually happening. Those are the two ways. So, heck
Spaces,
no.
Spaces, can I interrupt you? Is it okay for you to say that her friends bigged her head up? Could you please just say that for me? Please just say it for me, please.
When she came up on the screen, I just wanted to go.
Just say her friends bigged her head up. Just say it. Just say it. Do it for me. Do it for me.
I cannot with y'all.
That's wild, yeah.
Can we just go ahead and say, women have now moved into the place of prostitution? Can we just call it what it is?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Listen. I was hesitant to say it, but it's like, so you're telling me if I pay your phone bill, I can have you?
Let me say it, because I don't know who you are. I don't know nothing about you, but can you pay for my hair to get done so that we can have a conversation? Pay for me to get my nails done so we can have a conversation.
Now,
please put a deposit down to have a conversation.
The first lady almost said it out loud when she said, "You'll come to the date happier and you'll have a better experience if you pay all that money." She almost said it. She said the quiet part out loud, and if you find her on TikTok, she did mean that. So it wouldn't have been a mistake. It would have been like, "Oh, this was the quiet part out loud."
like
Women
AI.
are like,
It didn't look
they're like,
real.
She doesn't look real, but I looked because I didn't think it was real either, mess. But I found her on TikTok. She's a real human. That's the way she looks.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
listen,
but
they're
you
like,
know, you have the
listen,
filters and
The
all
filter
that.
was
So
real, but yeah.
she may not actually look like that because there's a lot of catfishing going on, you know, via these filters, man. And there are people going off on that. There's videos out there of dudes going on dates with women for the first time, and they're like, "Wait, hold up, you are not who,
Hold up,
you know, you're not who I hollered at online. Like, what's going
Oh.
on? This is crazy, man. This is
Oh,
crazy.
yes, I am
I
the
don't
one you
get it.
hollered at online.
Oh no, oh no, man.
Why did Scripture in the chat? Somebody named Scripture said, "Do they accept layaway payments?"
Oh,
You would say Klarna girl.
Karma is crazy.
They might.
Karma
Yeah.
is crazy.
Hey,
4 payments with 25% of the price.
hey, Klarna payments or something. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
It's crazy.
And the
wild,
thing is,
man.
without getting too crazy with it, a lot of them are giving it up for the price of a laugh.
Yeah.
For the price of a drink. So you're talking if you're talking grocery payments, you're talking nails, hair, you're talking phone bills. What are you who are I would like to I don't want to see them for real, but how often do you actually come across people that are willing to do this that aren't some sort of creep? And I'm talking like some sort of slob, you know, like extra hairy or whatever, like just completely physically unappealing to you and generally physically unappealing.
Listen,
Well, I want to know which
that's
one
why
is
they
it.
need to just.
Which,
That's why they just need to sign up for Sugar Baby and call it a day. Just go ahead and sign up, call it a day, do what you
Yeah.
do, and don't sit down here and act like you're out here looking for a relationship, a date. Just go ahead and admit what you are. Listen, it's 2026. Just admit it. We know who you are. Don't sit down here in these streets trying to pretend that you're upstate. You know, I am a woman that I have an acre of land. I get my hair done and I get my nails done and
I
I
eat on the
get
meal
this body
plan.
done. But I go to the gym so that it can be I can get my body done and you know, listen, I'm gonna treat my phone like it still has minutes. Ma'am, just say that you wish you could have been an OnlyFans girl. It didn't work out on OnlyFans because maybe people were just bothered by the forehead. I
You
don't
and
know.
your OnlyFans.
Pull the lace front a little bit
Exactly.
forward. Maybe I
Tighten it
don't
up.
know. So now this is your only other source of income.
It's your
Listen,
OnlyFans.
well, I want to know which
I
one is
respect
it. Either the women are bossing up, you know what I'm saying, and getting all this money, getting to the bag. I mean, they strong, they independent, they don't need anybody. Or, you know, and then all of a sudden we see on the other side of the internet, you got women out here saying they need a deposit for things that they said that they don't need men for. It doesn't. It's just
That
not.
part.
It's not adding up, man.
well,
It's
you
not
know
adding
what?
up.
Well, yay and nay. So on the one hand, I think you make a good point here, and I think that the women that are strong and independent probably don't have this issue. They probably don't. I don't. You know, they're probably not picking up the phone, going, "I'm on my way to a hair appointment. Do you have $10 or whatever the deposit is?"
Here's my Cash App.
You know what I mean?
Who does this?
Probably not doing it. And I'm not sure the women that say they aren't just looking for somebody to supplement their lifestyle. So you know, I kind of feel bad in a way because this is a terrible trap for men to be in. If these are the choices, you know, I just want you all to know that, you know, I wish you all well. I do, because if this is what's out there,
Sad.
I'm a woman, so I don't have these same level of needs. I wouldn't entertain these people. I wouldn't even consider it. I mean, Spaces, you're saying people are giving stuff up for a drink and a happy meal and I wouldn't
Well, you
even,
know,
I wouldn't
y'all
even
know what this is
entertain
making me
that.
think of? You know, in Proverbs, when there's young men are being, you know, admonished about the type of women they deal with, and it's said in the Word of God that they're talking about women that will reduce you to a slice of bread.
That's the bread.
That's what this is. And then the other thing I wanted to say is some of the people in the chat were like, I thought them two chicks was trans. So imagine that. Imagine they're wanting retainers. I mean, talk about it's not the person you think it is and the filters and this and that. What if it ain't even the gender you thinking? And then when you see them in real life, you like, what? And you didn't put your money out there. Y'all better use PayPal so you can get your money back.
Let me say something.
Kennard the DJ
Real
said they
women don't
manifest
require
crab
hours.
legs.
Real women don't require that level of time. You just don't.
Right.
You don't need 24 consecutive hours. Real women
No, we
don't
don't.
need all that.
No, we don't. Not at all. You know what? I'm just going to say this. Women are not a monolith. So please, there are sensible people that are not the boss babes over here or the professional escorts that don't want to admit that they're escorts. Okay?
See there.
That's what they are. They're escorts.
Sorry,
That's
let me
what
read a
I'm
couple super chats real quick. We'll keep it going. I'm a little late on the super chat, so my bad. Thank you, Hunter, for the $10 super chat. Says, again, they tried with this love thy neighbor argument like that's the only thing Jesus ever said. Yet they don't even know what love Jesus is talking about. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the $5 super chat. Says, Dr. Messi, did I miss something? Just flipping through these YouTube streets and look what I found. Smooches. Love the panels. Shout out to Mike D with the $20 super chat. Says, keep doing God's work, Brother Wise. Peace. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to the Through the Fire podcast with the $5 super chat. Says, there is no right to free speech in a church. A church is a private entity, not public.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Hunter, for the $10 super chat. Says, I can spend $20 to get the same or similar bottle of shampoo that they use at her salon that she pays $100 plus on. Guys, I got a great business idea.
Wow. I mean,
hey, get it how you live, man. Get it how you live.
Oh, sorry.
Go for it, bro.
I was gonna say, one of the few rappers that I listen to is Toby Nwigwe, and he has a song called Fi-Fi, F-Y-E, F-Y-E. And one part of the lyrics, he said, yeah, I rock the slides to be humble. I told my baby girl she gonna have more in her head than just product and bundles.
Ooh, I like it.
I like that. Bars. Yeah, Toby he dope. I don't listen to his music much, but what I have heard is pretty good. Shout out to Papa Die coming through with the $2 super chat. Says, Wise, tell him about self-care. I didn't say anything about self-care. Wasn't me.
Celeste did.
That was Celeste. Shout out to Skits coming through with the $20 super chat.
Thank
Says,
you,
love the channel at Brother Wise. Appreciate you, bro. And Stratospheral Nurse with the $10 super chat says, our men deserve better. They deserve women that are real and honest and more concerned with Christ and their husbands than themselves. Love what y'all doing. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Stratus. Yeah, I'm gonna mess that up again. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. I played this for Rolando, but Rolando dipped out. But I'm gonna play it anyway because maybe Spaces might want to date this lady here. Man, I'm telling you, man, I feel sorry for the brothers out here single, man. It's slim pickings. I know there's a lot of women out there hollering that it's slim pickings, bro. I feel bad for the brothers out there, man. Right. They are actually looking for a woman here in the United States of America because, yikes, if this is all that's out there, man, I feel sorry for you guys, man.
Here we are at my official dating profile request. I am 42. Actually, I'm almost 42. I am a relationship anarchist. I am on the lookout for somebody who right now will I'd be able to call and say, hey, get in the passenger seat and let's go fuck some shit up. Because right now in Minneapolis, what is happening are we are being occupied by ICE agents who are, of course I couldn't get this on what is happening here, who are going door to door, it's because I'm doing it backwards, going door to door and kidnapping people from their homes. Not just from their homes, they are going to schools, they are going to churches, they are going to Target, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised about. We all know Target, right? So if that's you, if you're interested in fucking some shit up, if you're not afraid of a woman who can speak her mind, if you're interested in sitting in a side seat, message me. We got shit to do.
Who hollering at that, yo? Spaces, that's you? My guy Hunter.
She seems well adjusted, man. She seems well adjusted.
That's crazy.
You know she put raisins in a potato salad, though, Space Dog. You know she do. You know she do. You know it. And that chicken ain't never seen seasoning. Ain't never seen seasoning. No part of seasoning.
Salt and pepper.
If that.
If
that.
If that. Oh no, it's awful. And I can say, being 100% honest, while a lot of people are, because I've heard and seen a lot of bad stuff on both ends, right? I've seen men complain about women who are the worst stereotypes of women. I've seen vice versa, right? Even though there are a lot of people out here who are a representation of that lady and worse, there's still a lot of good people out here. There's a lot of good people out here. And the biggest question of it is, does how that person live their life and their beliefs align with yours in a way that you guys can work together? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you come across a whole lot of people like the lady in the video, because she even looked like she was crazy. That hair, I'm like, okay, only a crazy person's hair would look like that. I don't know if you just woke up and you just.
Oh no, that's intentional. That was intentional.
Like heck no, like
she's sending some man a deposit slip to go to the hair salon and get that done.
Right, he paid a deposit.
Some man got to put a deposit down on that, man.
So yeah, there are a lot of women out here that attach themselves to these types of ideologies and the ideologies of the people from the previous video, but there's still good people out here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see liberal white woman crazy, and that's that. That's just the gist of it, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. She can't be serious, even though I know she's serious. Right. That's crazy.
And what do you mean F some stuff up? What are we gonna eat some food, some delicious food?
No.
Am I gonna go? What are we gonna do?
Go be a burden on society, like Celeste said earlier. She's gonna be a burden on society, blocking up some street, running up in somebody's church, basically committing crimes.
Yeah,
and it end up going to catch something, and then she's gonna be wondering why she got hit in the eye with a with a rubber bullet or whatever like that. Ma'am, you shouldn't have been out here participating crazy.
I love that she had the outfit. She had her protest / date outfit. She's like,
she meant every bit of it too.
She had the Kevlar vest, and then
she meant that thing.
And I just imagine the type of man that's going to accept that. He is one of those white men for Kamala, right? The white men for Harris. Those like soy boys. That will be the one that will answer. Yes.
Oh, I forgot about them.
They will be the
white
one
dudes
to
for Kamala. I forgot about them.
Yes, they will be the spirit fingered Tim Waltz type of men. They do their spirit fingers and all that stuff. That will be the type of man that will be right there with her and be like, "Go ahead, honey." He will stand in the background while she's losing her mind in the front, and then he'll be the one to go and bail her out when she gets
bail her out.
That's literally what she's signing up for. What they're signing up for.
Yeah.
My grandma always said, every stale bread has its rancid cheese. So believe you me, there's somebody out there for her crazy.
I'm happy for her.
Explain that. Stale bread, rancid cheese. What does that mean?
That means there's always somebody for somebody. There's always someone for someone.
Okay. Interesting. I've never heard that one before. That's
Me
awesome.
either.
Yeah, I never heard of that one either.
Y'all know I am from the islands, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Nurse TT with the $2 super chat says, is it Warfalina? Is that what that is? Warfalina needs a buff and a shine. Oh man.
Apparently,
Oh, I know what she did there.
Shorty from the last video.
Yeah.
Look like Worf from Star Trek.
Facts.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not a Trekkie, so I don't know that. Yeah, that went right over my head. I'm not a Trekkie at all.
I was trying to pull up a picture.
Shout out to Def the Reaper with the $2 super chat. If you do find a picture, just share the screen. We'll pop it up. I need to see what this looks like. He said that lady seasoned with water and air. Oh man, y'all awful, man. Man, y'all are awful, man. Goodness gracious.
She don't wash her chicken. She don't wash her chicken either. She don't wash her chicken.
Y'all wrong, man.
Oh,
y'all wrong.
Man, stop it. Why are we wrong?
Shout out to Quincy with the $5 super chat. Says she looked like Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Oh yes, she did.
You don't know the Magic School Bus, Mr. Wise?
Nope, not familiar with that either.
Bro, what kind of childhood did you lead? What's going on with your childhood, man?
Don't man. I grew up in the South.
What was your second grade teacher doing? Teacher?
Is that the letter people? Who is that?
I don't remember.
That was on PBS Kids, man.
I don't remember that.
You are definitely the first person I've ever come across that didn't know about Magic School Bus.
Magic School, nah.
All right,
come on, man. I know I'm not the only person up here that don't know what the Magic School Bus is. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you are.
I have children.
I'm oddball out over here right now.
Yeah, you are. You all by yourself, my brother.
Oh wow.
Hey, Wise, is it possible for you to bring that young lady back up? I think we do need to. I don't think we fully have taken, fully appreciated her beauty.
Give me a second.
I'm sharing whenever you get a chance, Mr. Wise. After
I just dropped it in the private chat. Sorry.
Okay.
Here we are at my official dating profile.
No, not her. The other chick. The other chick. The dating.
The dating app chick. I got
you. Sade with the 8 head.
Oh no.
Only good people know. Remember that.
Only good people.
Only good people remember that.
Funny for my upkeep to be.
All right, now go ahead and pull up the pictures I sent in the chat.
So mad at you, Jason.
Why are you mad at me? Should I leave?
Oh man.
Should I leave at this point? Is this the part where I see my way out?
Come on, bro. Oh man.
Come on, do I see my way out?
Oh no, now I want to see it.
Well, look at the link. All right, well, hold on. See, but we're not exposing the audience. The audience needs to see this. Like, okay, I'm gonna screenshot her and I'm gonna put it side by side. Oh, wait, pull it back up. I'm gonna do it side by side. Pull it back up. I'm gonna do it side by side. Why did you do that, Jason? What's wrong with you,
Y'all
man?
terrible, man. Y'all.
I mean, we really are, man. That's horrible.
Terrible, man.
I put her back up there so people could fully get the grasp of it, though. They might have missed out.
In my DMs, and
but she got up here on this.
No, what are we doing?
As Celeste said, nobody made her get up on the Lord's internet and talk that trash. Nobody told her to do that. She was not required. She did not have to do that. She chose to do that.
She did.
She did.
She did.
Y'all are, man, y'all terrible, bro. Y'all terrible.
I mean, the thing is, their egos are only inflated because people are playing into that. Men, in particular, are playing into that.
It's a bunch of men. You know, unfortunately, I don't know where this simp behavior, really took precedence. You know, in our country, I don't know what happened. There was a time in the '90s when everybody was trying to be pimps and. And they were, talking about how much they didn't love, the pros and all this other kind of stuff. I don't know. How did we transition from that to
we gave trophies away to everybody. We started giving trophies away to everybody and saying everybody was special. Everybody's a winner. So no one got to learn to process what it feels like to lose and be a loser. Everybody was special. And that just went downhill from there.
And then they say there might be something in the water because testosterone levels are not as high as they used to be, is what is being said. I don't know how true that is.
Jason, you're going in timeout.
I'm about to put myself in timeout.
But before you go,
I cannot with these pictures.
I'm going over there now. I want to see it.
Okay, and I'm gonna see one of the. I think the last thing is to go along with Crystal is the song "Everybody Plays the Fool." I think that's when it started. That's when the simp behavior started with that song "Everybody Plays the Fool." Just in case you're not familiar, come on, man.
This is what came to mind when she.
Y'all terrible, bro. Y'all terrible, man. Golly, yo. Yo.
Come on, she look like War. She does. I mean, I put it up there. I mean,
y'all terrible, man. Golly, bro.
And this is why everybody losing their mind with Trump and his administration, because they're too manly for them. Listen, they got comfortable the last however many years with spirit finger type men like Tim Walz and ice cream eating Sleepy Joe. They got used to that. So when manly men come in, they're like, hold on. This is a little bit too much.
It's a little too toxic.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a mess, man.
I think
that is a mess. Goodness gracious. Let's keep it moving, man.
This is great. I definitely was sitting there like, ma'am. People,
sir.
you look,
said,
look.
Or sir.
Or Sam.
Sir.
Sir, ma'am, sir. Hyphenate it. You gotta hyphenate it.
Sir,
Put a
ma'am.
dash.
Crazy.
Oh man.
Oh, we'll keep it moving, man. Hit the like button for me if you haven't done so already. We do appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Pulling up today. I want to play this, man, because this is kind of trifling. These two individuals, they're not together anymore. She called, said she wanted this dude to come take her and the kids out for dinner. He brought groceries. She's upset about it. I mean, this is ridiculous, man.
Yeah. You said the kids was hungry, right? I ain't gonna take them out to eat. So I just bought groceries and shit. They should be good for the week.
Why? Cause your little girlfriend in the car?
Cause my girlfriend in the car. Why you always bringing up the wrong shit? I'm doing for my kids that you can see.
I asked you to
It's
take
not
us
enough.
out to dinner.
Girls, you crazy? Them groceries is way better than him taking you to dinner. At least your kids will have multiple meals versus just one.
Ain't no dinner, bro.
You just said we was gonna go
Why
to
spend
Longhorn.
$100, $200 at a restaurant? We go spend $200 at the fucking grocery store, bro.
You just said we was gonna Longhorn.
Nothing I do is never enough. It's never enough, bro.
Shit. What is they supposed to eat?
What you mean? It's cereal, chips, stuff you can cook, noodles and shit.
You be playing in my face. That's all you do. You just be playing in my face all day, every day.
And the crazy thing about this, if he would have took them to dinner, her ass would be calling him the next day asking for some groceries. Girl, you still can go to dinner. You just need to go on your dime.
And then when I cuss you out and I threaten to put you on child support, when I cuss you out and threaten to put you on child support, you be looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Why would you come in here with some fucking Walmart groceries? And I said, that's just that girl. It's nobody but that girl. Like, just be fucking for real. It's that girl.
Now, why the hell do child support always got to come up when you don't get your way? But go ahead and file it. Because I bet you 9 times out of 10, your ass ain't going to get half of what you get now. Because all that calling him to do all of that shit going to stop. And then you're going to get the complaining and shit. And there ain't shit you can do about it. Y'all.
What's the likelihood that this young lady is on assistance? What's the likelihood?
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
I give it at least 80.
This is ridiculous.
Strong 85.
It's ridiculous, man. Brothers,
Nah,
we got to do better, man. We got to do better.
100%, sorry.
You said that mouth 100%?
That mouth was 100% on government assistance. That mouth you heard of, that's 100% government assistance.
That's entitlement all day.
All day.
And that's why she over there single, and she keep making reference to his girlfriend in the car. Because you're annoying. And you got a big mouth, and you have a big old entitlement spirit, and that's why you sitting over there single. From me, a single lady.
I always sit and wonder, as what, and maybe that again, that's why you're married. good baby mamas get trashy baby fathers, and good baby fathers get trashy baby mothers. Now, it only works out. And I know that was crazy, Jason, but
Jay,
that
Jay with eyes
Yeah.
were like,
I'm trying to process. I'm processing it.
because
Okay.
it's always like you get the babies. Because, like, for real, this is why I always tell women, let that man go. He's done. He's gone. The only reason why she's upset is because she's worried about the girl in the car. She's not worried that this man just bought her groceries so that they have food, not just for today, not for the moment, but for the week or however long, how much food he bought. I can't see all things that he bought, but he bought her what she needed. But she's busy worried about, but I wanted to go out to think, because in the back of her mind, somewhere, she still has that moment. I am the baby mama. I had him first, so I should get whatever I want. And that is
That's wild.
that is the most annoying thing ever. Let me tell you right now, I have been the most amazing baby mama ever. I just want y'all to know that. I've been amazing. I've been an amazing baby mama. And I'm not
That's
saying that
so
to
much
my
more
own
than I
horn,
needed.
because you could ask them. They will say, no, she's an amazing, because I was never like that. Because to me, we're done. I'm raising my babies. All I need you to do is do your part. That's all I need you to do. And I'm not even going to be hunting you down. I didn't put anybody on child support. You know what you got to do. You do it. You don't do it. I'm going to still do it. I'm going to still take care, because those are still my babies. I'm not going to let them starve. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm not concerned about your relationships. The only thing I say is I don't want you having just all kind of randos around my kids, because that's problematic. When you get somebody serious, cool, let them see then that's fine. But don't have all kinds of randos in and out. That was it. It was very, but again, that's because I wasn't still sleeping with them. A lot of these women that act like that, they still somewhat it's either sleeping with the man or hoping that they can still sleep with the
Or
man.
want to. Yeah.
Or want to, exactly. So that's why you will see them behave like that. When that relationship is done and they're focused on their kids, they won't behave in that manner. So she wanted a date. Let's be real. If you listen, she didn't want
She did
it
say that.
wasn't she wanted a date. She wanted him to take her and the kids out, and she was trying to put it under the guise of I want because the kids are hungry. It wasn't about the kids. It was about
right.
I want to date with you, so I'm going to use the kids to get you. And then when he didn't do what she wanted him to do, now it's like, now I'm going to use the kids again. Now I'm going to threaten child support on you because you didn't do what I wanted you to do. So it's using the kids as a pawn. And that's the one thing I hate with the passion. Do not use these kids as a pawn. Because later on in life, you're going to regret what you did, what you put your kids through.
I need the youngins out there and some of the older guys out there that don't have kids, man, to watch these videos. These are PSAs. These are PSAs as to the type of people to steer clear from and the type of situations to not put yourself in. Don't do this. These are the kind of conversations and that I've had with my kids. I have two boys. They're both adults, 19, 24. And we started having these conversations probably about at least 8th grade, maybe a little earlier than that, but at least 8th grade. And they intensified. But man, do not put yourself in these situations, man. Goodness gracious. They just want to control and manipulate. And once you do this, you have to understand, especially if you want to be a part of your kid's life, this is you got 2-3 kids. I mean, this might be a 20, 25 year situation. We're talking about dealing with somebody for the next 2 to 3 decades, potentially.
That's crazy.
Don't do this, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Wise, and as naturally sympathetic, because I felt for him when he said, nothing I ever do is right. When he brought in I don't feel sorry for him though, because I again, this is a volunteer situation. You volunteered for that. You signed up for that. You
signed up for
that. Entered into that fully. And I don't believe that you had no idea of who she was as a person, the type of language and the way she spoke. Like Crystal said, she showed you some of that, if not all of it, beforehand, and you were like, I don't care, I'm gonna take my chances. Well, you did. You took your chances and you lost on that one. And so now it's time for you to pay up. You crapped out on the table, and it's time for you to pay the piper. And I'm sorry that happened to you, but you signed up for that. Nobody told you to go over there with that lady. Nobody told you to do that. In fact, there were probably people telling you not to do that, but you went anyway. So it is what it is, as the people say. You get what you get.
And you don't pitch a fit.
Let's see what her videos look like if government shuts down again. Videos will be looking crazier than that.
You ain't lying. You're right, Mashawn. You're right.
Yeah, I remember a while ago on my podcast, we talked about a situation similar to this where I thought it was the same exact one, but it was a different one. I think he had Walmart Spark deliver the stuff to their house, and it had to be like $200 or $300 worth of stuff delivered to the house. And the mother on the video was complaining, like, my kids don't like this stuff, my kids don't like this and that, and I find it also like it's so curious when it comes to a situation where the mother is unhappy. It's all of a sudden my kids, but when it comes to certain things needing being done, it's our kids. And just like I think it was Crystal that said it earlier, it's like that's a whole lot of meals that he had right there. And I've done this before. I've run on my live show on 2 separate shows. I chat GPT'd how to make a grocery list of a meal or groceries for $100, include proteins, and it made a list of $2 here, $3 there, $4 there, $2 there. It made a full list. And I saw somebody before. What they did, they took some frozen vegetables, and they took the packets of ramen noodles and some other stuff specifically, and it maybe even an egg, a few eggs. They blended all this stuff together, and it made a huge meal. So I'm just wondering, what is the true motivation? Like I'm sure Crystal said this earlier. Are you using your children as a bargaining chip?
Yes.
Because you're hating on the father of your children?
Well, if she moved on, she wouldn't bring up the girlfriend that he has. If she actually had moved on and didn't care, she wouldn't. Whoever this woman that he's dealing with now, it wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah,
I don't feel sorry for him though. I'm with Celeste on that. I don't feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you lay down, you made that decision. Hey, you got to suffer those consequences, man. And them sound like little kids in the background too. So he's probably got at least 2 decades of this. 2 decades of dealing with this foolishness. And it's that type of behavior that will cause, or that has caused, men to just say, you know what, you got it, I'm out.
And
then he'll be everything under the sun when that happens, because you could hear the frustration when he said, man, I can't do nothing right, by you. I can't do nothing right with you. Nothing's good enough. That's a dude that's like right there at wit's end of just saying, you know what, I'm out. You want to put the child support, okay, I'll pay whatever they tell me I got to pay, and that's it. I ain't dealing with you no more.
And you always get less. I want women to realize that. A lot of them think that when they go for child support, I'm gonna get all. You actually get less. Sometimes the man is doing way more.
Yeah, than what he actually has to.
I've seen people who they thought they were getting all kinds of money, and they got way less, and they're like, "How am I supposed to survive in this?" Well, you shouldn't have kicked the can in the first place. You would have been fine this entire time, but you kept whining.
Well, keep the government out your business. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I'm a huge proponent of that. Keep the government out your business.
Can I just add this real quick to all the ladies? See, that girl recorded that because she wanted women to side with her and sympathize with her. Y'all, women need to shame her, honestly, Don't go in the comments and be like, you go, girl, tell him about it. No, you shame her because what she's doing is wrong. And the thing is, there's a part of her is upset because I think a lot of women forget when you lay down with a man, a lot of the times, a good 90% of the time, when you have that baby, that's your baby. Meaning that baby will be you with you. It's not gonna be with him. And I think that's another reason why she kept referring to the girlfriend, because he's out, he's able to go out and do this, he's able to do that, and she can't. So it's jealousy and all of that that is embodied in her response. So women need to call out other women and don't sit there and support that foolishness. Make her take that video down. Make her feel bad enough that she would take that video down because that was unnecessary. What she did was unnecessary, and she looks foolish.
Yeah. Or use the video against her. Go get custody of your kids, bro. So you ain't got to deal with this like that. Go do that. It's crazy. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here, but before we do, I want to play this. Oh, you wanted to add something, bro?
I will say this: the only time I absolve a man of his fatherly duties is when a woman makes it an incredible obstacle for him to have access to his children. If every single time he has a run around and you making his life difficult, and you're saying, if you do this, you do that, and all this stuff, and you making his life difficult to see his children, then I personally am for, like, no, there's never in any situation, to me, should it be difficult for a man to be able to have access to his children. Now, the whole, providing food conversation, that's a different aspect of it. But hey, if she's making it difficult for you, this situation should be just like relationships. This situation should be as smooth as possible. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% smooth. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% positive. There's going to be some times where you guys butt heads. But if every time you try to do anything, you have an argument, you have some opposition, you have something that's pushing against you in every single way, and you get to a point where you start saying, nothing I can do right, nothing I do is enough for you, I'm with it, bro. Go ahead. Do your thing. I also don't absolve you from the fact that you made her your child's mother.
That's exactly right.
I don't absolve you from that.
Yeah.
You still have to try. You still have to put,
because it sounds like there's a multitude of kids.
Right.
Twice. And if only one of them is his, you would have had to see some signs, some red flags in some of the other situations. I'm for certain there are.
Facts. Yeah, 100%. So I don't absolve you from, I understand and empathize in the fact that, like, this situation is difficult. I also don't absolve you from the decisions you made. But hey, you have to pick up that cross and bear it.
I agree, Spaces. The only thing I would say push back on is I wouldn't absolve him even if she's giving him a hard time. I have male friends who they said, you know what? That's cool. That's when they, how Y says don't let the government get involved. That's when they let the government involve, because they're like, listen, you're making it difficult for me to spend time with my children that we share. And later on in life, because this woman will sit down here, if you as the father step away and say, you know what, fine, since you don't want me to see him, that's fine, I'm done. What will happen is the woman will say, your father never wanted you. He didn't love you, when the entire time the father has been trying to get to his child. She will never admit what she did. So I know men, like I have male friends who actually went to the courts and said, listen, we're not working together well in me seeing my children. So please, can you set up some kind of scheduling? And now they get to spend as much time as they can with their kids, because now there's a schedule and the woman has to abide by it.
Facts. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Let me read a couple super chats, and then we're gonna get out of here on this last video. Thanks to Jay Witt, he kind of ruined my night. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I'm gonna ruin y'all's night after this. He did it to me. Y'all gonna get it, and I'm gonna charge it to Jay Witt.
Jay White.
Shout out to Skits Delick.
Yellow.
with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Mentioning the elephant in the room nobody wants to talk about. Okay. And thank you to Death the Reaper for the $2 super chat. Says they better call Nate. He got $40.
Nate got $40.
Nate got 40.
Well, he
Appreciate
got
you,
40.
Cam, coming through the $5 super chat, man. Supporting the channel. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let me pull this up for you guys, man. And this is ridiculous.
I'm saying Nate wrote her. He wrote her a check. He got a little bit more than $40.
Wise, can you prepare me? Is this like a blood pressure thing?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I was gonna say no, but it is. This is ridiculous.
Just read the title. Just read the title
But
to yourself
again,
first.
I'm charging this to Jay Witt, okay? I'm charging this to
Why?
Jay Witt. And after this, we getting out of here. This is crazy. I can't believe this. And I can't believe these dudes. I don't understand the men here. What is going on? I just don't get it, man. This is ridiculous.
Would you be gay for $1 billion for 1 hour?
Would you be gay for $1 billion? What you got? Bitch, what is you doing, bitch?
Would you be gay for 1 hour for $1 billion?
And I'm gonna play all day, girl. I look cute, huh? Girl, I'm about to go to Starbucks. You need anything?
Would you be gay for 1 hour for $1 billion?
Bro, what? Those has me this weird ass question.
Right around dips. I can see why all these basic hoes. I like the BBC and some BBC. That's the type of shit that make a bitch DTD.
Y'all be gay for an hour for $1 billion?
Nah, bro, absolutely.
$1 billion?
No, hell no.
How you say for how long?
Come on, bitch, we going now. Come on now. Come on, girl.
Would you be gay for an hour for $1 billion?
Why would you ask me something like that in front of my boy?
Wham in a circle, even if love make a jump like a hurdle. Girl, got a wham in a circle, even if love
What in the world? Jay Witt, bruh. Where do you find this stuff at, man? Where do you find this stuff at, bro?
I like how you asked
the
me.
world, man.
Jason, you on time.
I need to hear from my folks in the chat. How many of you guys are doing this? How many of you guys in the chat? I did see some folks say they with it. This is crazy.
Who's with that?
No. Who's with that?
No.
Okay, I just found it interesting. And I knew it was Wednesday. I ran across it. And I knew it was Wednesday. I was like, I know you got the Wednesday late night crew. And I just
Would
said,
you be gay for?
and I just thought it was really interesting that they had this. And they're all like, first of all, it was problematic that answering the question is one thing. Going to go put on a dress and a wig and heels, that's 8 other things. Like, how did you get here? Like, this is like, you make one step, I got you, but now you done ran a whole marathon. How did you get there? But I also thought it was really interesting that all the men in the video were men of color, highly melanated men, or whatever that nature. Like, why the black man got to be the first ones to tap out on this? Now, again, I don't know what $1 billion is. I can't even understand it. But I just think that was kind of weird that they did that. So that's why I had to share it with you, Wise, because I figured if I was going to be ruined by watching it, I was going to share it with you. And now it's your fault. You are like the carrier that has spread the visual Ebola to all of your viewers. So now make sure y'all hit the like button.
Hey, this thing ain't even been out. It ain't been out 24 hours. It's already at 1.4 million views on X. This is crazy.
Oh, wow.
You know why? You know why they do it is because one of the most prolific men they have in their purview is Tyler Perry.
That's sad.
And that's not to take away from the fact that I've actually, been making note of previous men that have been, cross-dressing to play roles. At Jamie Foxx, you got Robin Williams, you got Martin, you got
Eddie Murphy,
a whole list of people.
I mean, is there a comedian or somebody that hasn't? I mean, they had Patrick Swayze back in the day. I mean,
I don't think Denzel Washington has.
Did Cat do it?
No, Cat wouldn't do it.
I don't think Denzel has.
No, I've never seen Denzel either. No, I've never seen Denzel.
I think Wesley Snipes, but don't quote me on it. I'm on certain.
No, Wesley Snipes was in 2 Wong Fu, wasn't he? Was he in 2 Wong Fu?
That was it.
Yeah. Let me say it right now. That's gonna be part of my dating questions from now on. I'm sorry, because
have you ever dressed as a woman?
No. I'm gonna say, would you would you be gay for $1 billion for 1 hour? And if you say yes, then we can't date, because that means you have the gene somewhere in you. That means that gene is somewhere in your DNA. I can't. If you even have that gene,
she said the gene.
We're not meant to be together.
We're not meant to be. Okay.
That gene is problematic. Because somebody gonna activate that little gene, and then then we gonna be playing.
Not activate the gene.
To this question, I ask a question. What do you guys think about the fact a lot of people think that everyone has a price?
No,
do you think that applies?
No, I think that's a man thing. Men think that everyone has a price. If you do a poll, most men will say yes, and most women will say no. Not every man will say, but most men think yes, everyone has a price. If you poll men, the majority of them will say yes, everyone has a price. If you ask women, does everyone have a price? Most women will say no.
The issue with that though is we were just like 40 minutes ago talking about how a woman talked about you can have whatever you want for $40 on my phone bill.
But that's what she said. She said men will think everyone has a price, but women will say no, because there are women who say no, we don't believe in that. There's nothing that you can pay me that I'd be willing. There may be women that will do that, but not all women will agree to that. That's what she's saying.
And I'm just saying the belief in it. I'm not even saying it's true, but men tend to believe that everyone has a price. Women tend to believe that everyone doesn't. And it may or may not be true, but that breaks down, that tends to break down in a gender way. Most women will say no to that question. It may not be true for most women, but they will say no. Most men will say yes.
But the question is, which one is the truth? Because I think the absolute majority of people do have price.
I think they don't.
Of course they do. Listen, most people do have a price. They don't. Especially if you don't have a proper foundation, a core, a moral foundation, a moral core. Of course you have a price, because there are plenty of people who have done plenty of things. Go visit Hollywood. The amount of things that they did for roles. The people that are in the music industry, the amount of things they did for roles. But within that, there were people who did not do things. You hear people like Maya who said they offered her certain things and she was like no, and that's why she fell off, because what she wasn't willing to do
as far as she could go. Yeah,
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So yes, there are people that have, but there are people who have a moral compass, and they're like, nope, it doesn't matter how much money in the world you offer me. That is a hard no. I'm definitely one of those people who's like, that's a no. That's
so
a no.
I'm a no. And this is me, not a poll, but I'm on a no, but that's also because I don't see money as that kind of a commodity that's that hard to get. So I don't think to myself, oh, I've got to take this terrible compromise, because this is my one and only shot at ever getting some money. So that would be it'd be an extreme. There's no self for me in that.
Look at all the parents that pimped out their children.
I think things like OF. I don't know how banned it is. I don't want to put.
But most women are not doing OF.
But I'm just talking about like putting the idea of sexing your way up to the position that you want to be.
Most people, all right. So even if you think, you can almost say OF is just a fancy digital prostitution. Most women are not prostitutes.
But
they had came out with a study. I think it was women between the ages of like 18 and 25. I think it was like maybe 1 in 8 or something like that have an OF account of some sort, which is crazy. But you have a lot of younger women. The older women aren't there, but the younger women are seeing it as an opportunity for a quick bag, because they're seeing and it's being marketed to them in that way.
The 1 in 8 is
that's just OF. Let's talk about strippers. Let's talk about social media sex work.
That's still a tiny amount of women. And I'm
I
not saying they
doubt. I
don't.
disagree.
All right, so you think there's a lot of women who strip?
There are 168 million women in the United States of America.
How many of them you think are stripping?
Yes.
But I'm saying that that's one specific aspect of
Okay, so
selling
let's take
themselves
the
out to
whole
be in a
basket.
position that they want
Let's
to
say
be.
stripping, prostitution, and OFing, the entire basket. How
is
many do
crazy.
you think are doing that out of the
Making a verb.
168?
It's too much of an anomaly to say.
Majority of them are not. That's what
The
I'm telling
majority
you.
of women
Nah, I
are
wouldn't
not
say the
doing
majority.
that.
I mean, you start talking
compare
about
that.
out of the
But
100.
compare that number to the amount of men who are doing the same thing.
Well, the men can't do it because they have no market for it. Nobody would pay a
That's
man
my
for
point. That's the whole point of my conversation and my
No,
argument.
but even if I have a market for it, that doesn't mean I do it.
Celeste, but hold on. But in China, there's a whole market, which I just learned, where they purchase Kens, which are men that are good-looking men that come and for wealthy women with money, and the women will they have them do duties around the house, and there's a lot of men in this Ken industry that's over in China,
Where
allegedly.
in China?
In China.
In China. Hey, babe, you want to move to China?
I'm saying if all it takes is if all I'm doing is house duties and cleaning up and doing dishes, how much you paying?
Listen, I want you to know there are male gigolos out there. They do exist. There are male strippers. They do exist. There are men that are in the industry as well. There are pool boys for hire. I just want you to know they do exist. So please understand, even though you think that not as many men, there just like there are not as many women, there are not as many men. But there are men in the industry, there are women in the industry.
Yeah,
There are
absolutely. And
substantially
there would be
more
no
women in
shortage of takers of people. Like if there would be no shortage of people that would take that $1 billion, and they would go as far as you need them to go to get that $1 billion. There'd be no shortage.
So
You
let
know?
me ask you this though. Now
Unfortunately.
this is a question. So my thought is I think that there would be a shortage of men. The question was to men, would you be gay for an hour for $1 billion? I actually think most heterosexual men will not take that bargain.
Correct.
I agree.
I think men that were already willing to do it for free will absolutely do it for $1 billion.
Because they have the gene.
But if you're an
He's
actual
wild,
heterosexual man, I don't think they can pay you out of that.
Celeste, they have the gene. I told you they have that little gene in there. I'm
Yeah,
telling
well,
you
they
that
was
little
already gonna
gene.
do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at the emphasis that people put on money. You got people doing all kinds of crazy things right now. The fact that there's a video out here of men putting on, I don't know whose clothes and shoes and stuff they're putting on, but they're actually doing this, for the clicks and for the likes, and they're not making any money, and they just did it. You know what I'm saying? And they're not even making any money. So if they can get guys that's not making any money for a couple likes, I'm sure they're ecstatic about this video because it went somewhat viral. It's over 1 million views. I'm sure they're ecstatic about it, but they're not making any money off of this. But they did it.
No,
The
but
sad
they
part was
did
that
it
man
because
that
the
said-
woman asked them to. If I guarantee that the woman that was asking the question is the woman they're trying to get with. Now you could convince me of that if it was a man asking the question and then they went and changed into their sister's clothes. No, they thought, oh, she thinks this is funny. I'm gonna do this so I can cozy up to her later.
And I'm just on the part where the man said, "How you going to ask me that in front of my boys?"
Yes.
And then literally
And then
got
he literally
up
got.
and
That's what I'm
changed.
saying, man. That's why I said there would be no shortage just based off of this. These guys did it for a couple likes, clicks, and some views. You know what I'm saying? Very little money. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think this was maybe a TikTok video of some sort. So very little cheese. Very little cheese.
I think that's a long way. Prancing around in your living room for some clicks is a long way before like the whole I'm actually going to be in a gay activity, a physical activity for an hour. That's a stretch. But I mean, maybe not.
I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that.
Who comes up with these trends? That's what I want to know. They're just sitting there one night. You know what? I think I'm going to start this trend, and then it takes off somehow, some way.
Yeah,
But
I
then
don't get that.
Well,
Tory.
when it comes to this particular conversation, it's really about a matter of sexuality being paid to purvey a particular aspect of sexuality.
Right.
And as it pertains to this particular conversation, what I'm noticing, I've been thinking about this for a while. The whole idea of sexuality, when it comes to being paid to do certain things, that lies with women. Do men, does it exist with men? I think about, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Hunger Games, but I think his name was Finnick. He was a playboy in one of the districts. Yes, does it exist with men? 100%. I will never deny that. However, when it comes to all of these different things that I'm thinking about, when it comes to women invading certain, not invading, I shouldn't say invading in this particular case, but attaching themselves to certain things, all they have to do is sexualize themselves to get the type of clout that they want.
Yeah, but that's
For
only
instance-
because you
instance,
all made that rule.
I watch anime. Women figured out, you know what, I can
But
get
you
more
do
attention
understand Chippendales does exist.
and when it comes to anime.
Yeah, it's just not as
if I just
prevalent. I
sexualize
understand what Spaces is saying. I get it. You know, it's not as prevalent. And I agree with you. It's definitely not as prevalent, but you know, it does happen and it does exist.
But why? Y'all may not, maybe because I live down in South Florida and I saw what Miami looked like. Maybe it's just me because it's very prevalent with men down there. That's what I'm saying. The Chippendales, the Thunder Down Under, the strippers that show up all of the men that used to be working on the strip for the strip that was out there. There were men. That's what I'm saying. It's not weird to me because I have seen it in New York. I've seen it in South Florida. I definitely over here in Atlanta. Let's not play about it. You know, you go hit up some of them places and you're gonna find them. I'm just saying.
Danielle's Chiaz in the chat said 1 out of every 8 people in 168 million is 21 million people. That's a lot.
That's a good amount of people.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Let me read the super chats real quick. Shout out to AT, man, with the $2 super chat. Says, and y'all make sure y'all go and check out the Faith Under Fire show over there on YouTube, man. Check them out. It says, why didn't anyone tell Crystal to wear black? Yeah, she didn't. She missed the memo. I sent the memo out. She just missed it.
Listen, because I am Crystal Beyond Labels, okay? I always stand out. I'm just saying.
I was wondering why nobody tell Crystal had that shoulder out.
Nah, the shoulder state, it is
Stop
like
that.
20 something. Hold on, it's like how many degrees here in Atlanta? It's cold. It's cold.
You in
So
the house, girl.
I
You in
don't
the
care.
house.
Yeah,
I'm next to a window.
Yeah, it's cold out here and it's gonna get colder. We're getting 2 feet of snow, you know, over the next couple of days, man. So yeah, it's not gonna be good. Shout out to AT with the $5 super chat. Says tuned in right before sleep to see a bunch of grown men in the closet. Wise doesn't care about my heart health. What happened again? Yeah, I apologize, bro. Hey, I'll charge that to Jay Witt, man. Jay Witt got to take that one. Appreciate AT coming through again with the $2 super chat. Says, would you march in a pride parade for 10 stacks? Nah, I'm good.
They would.
I'm sure there's some folks, I'm sure there's plenty of people, you know, that would for sure. It's me, Matt, 1986 with the $5 super chat. Says, I'm new to the channel and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate the work you're putting in. Thank you to all of you for doing God's work. Appreciate you, bro. And shout out to Prince L. Lee in with the $5 super chat. Says, everyone has a price. It's not always about, you know, money or sex.
Okay.
Think about this. Do we as Christians pay the price to get into heaven? I may be wrong.
No, Jesus paid the price.
Yeah, I don't know. We
just
don't
have to
pay the
accept
price.
the
He paid
gift.
the price. The price has been paid already.
The price is already paid. We just accept the gift.
Absolutely. Shout out to my brother Skits coming through with the $20 super chat. Says, desperateness, undermining self-respect and integrity is at an all-time high. It's pathetic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the things that people are doing for some likes, clicks, and views is, I mean, it is outrageous in this day and age, man. Somebody called it and they said that TikTok is basically has just turned into people's digital diaries. And it's public digital diaries. You know, it's not just like for your own consumption. It's now public for everybody. And then those same people get upset when you judge them. But it's like you put this out for folks to judge. I mean, it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like dressing in a woman's outfit in heels.
I wish y'all could see the things that be on TikTok. You just be like, what?
Yeah, I try to stay off of TikTok unless I'm actually searching for something in particular.
I'm on it.
For the show, but it's hard. I know, Michonne, I see you go through it. I'm just like, how? Why? How?
I'm on it.
I was like, how? These people are crazy.
Very.
I just don't. Yeah.
And I am the one with the things that you see on there, but I'm the one with the permanent account ban warning for talking about God. Please make it make sense.
Yeah. They have all kinds of crazy stuff, man.
They don't
TikTok
want
is
you
picking up, man.
Messing up their debauchery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they got some wild stuff over on TikTok, man. Very wild.
Did you see what AT just said? Did Wise say he's not on TikTok? Does he know someone has a whole platform just using his content?
Yeah.
That is true.
I know.
Everybody always asks me, they're like, but Wise is on TikTok. I'm like, no, he's not.
No,
yeah, he
I'm
is.
not on TikTok. I am. Well, people ask me like, you're on TikTok? I was like, well, I am, but I'm not. I am, but I'm not doing that. And that's been going on for, at this point now, 2 years. And there's nothing that you can do about it. There's no one to talk to over at TikTok. There's There's nothing that can be done about it. I tried. Early on, I attempted, and
you can't do anything because even I had someone after they saw my numbers go up on TikTok, they went in and they mirrored my page, and then they put that they started telling people to please donate. So everyone kept reporting and saying, this is not me. I said, this is not me. And they said, join Telegram to give money for this. And so I had to send, we've reported, they wouldn't take it down. They're like, they're not doing anything wrong. So I literally just had to message people and say, I'm not asking for money. That is a fake page. Do not listen to anything that this person is saying. They won't take it down.
Yeah, TikTok's the Wild West right now. I know, if I'm not mistaken, I think Oracle bought it, if I'm not mistaken, or at least the U.S. side of things. I think that's what happened. And, I know they throttled back a lot of people's, what they call it, CPMs or RPMs or whatever, but yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Kimchi was like, yeah, I thought I saw Wise on TikTok. Yeah, you did. I'm there. I'm definitely there. I'm just, it's not me. I don't have much to do with it.
I've definitely heard people say like, I'm not on TikTok, or, if you're gonna see TikTok, if you're gonna remake my content, then make it reactionary. Don't just repost it with your tag on it, type of thing. So TikTok is that. I say this because people ask me, why isn't my show on TikTok? And I say TikTok has so many restrictions on so many things. Like, they're the reason why we got to say pew pew, why we got to say unalive and all that stuff. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's so crazy.
Hearing
because
now that if somebody's trying to basically stealing content and monetizing off of it, and TikTok doesn't do anything about it.
But yet, Crystal's page has that restriction on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
But somebody else can use her image. That's crazy.
It don't make any sense, man. But it is what it is. Shout out to It's Me Matt gifting 5 ARP family memberships. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you supporting the channel, and thank you to everybody that supported the channel financially today. And we're gonna get out of here, man. I'm tired.
Can I say something? Wise, before we go?
Go for it.
Everyone, I just want to say happy birthday to my baby. She's about to be 25 in the next 55 minutes, and she will not stop texting me to remind me that she's going to be 25. So happy birthday, Cece.
All right, now, happy birthday. That's awesome.
Happy birthday, young Crystal.
What's the plans? What y'all got going on?
Crystal Jr.
We're going to dinner tomorrow night because with that storm coming in, we were going to go over the weekend, but with that storm that they say coming into Atlanta, I'm not even trying to be out there in the weather. So we're going to go out to dinner tomorrow night, and then we'll do some more festivities after the weather passes.
I can dig it. What are y'all getting down there? Are y'all what kind of weather y'all getting down there?
They said the big one is coming. That's what they keep calling it. But they said it's going to be maybe some snow, but it's going to be a lot of ice and like the really hot.
We're pretty much due. For East Coast. I mean, I feel like, every 10, 15 years or so, we get one of those crazy ice storms, snowstorm, blizzards up and down the East Coast. It happens about every, 12 to 15 years or so. It's been a while since it happened.
Don't knock me because I'm new, but I'm wondering how they're going to do it because the air temperatures and ground temperatures are going to be so warm. I'm like, how is this going to happen? But I'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
It won't last long, though. Not down there with you guys. It won't last long.
No, they said it will probably. They said it's supposed to start Friday night into Saturday morning, and it's supposed to go like it'll be continuing because we'll get the small part on Saturday, and then by Monday it's supposed to be. That's when we're supposed to get the bright pink, which is the heavy ice. That's when it's actually supposed to hit us the hardest. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully they get out there with them trucks. You know what I'm saying? And not have another, Snowmageddon, Ice-mageddon like they had out there a couple years back. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, Jay Witt was counting trucks. Remember, he told us trucks. Come on, tell us how many trucks you use.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Melissa over here, flexing on us, talking about she out in Hawaii. It's a low 54 degrees. Yeah, thanks.
Come on over here to the U.S.
Thank you. A low 54 degrees. The crazy thing is, those at 54, they'll be out there with skull caps and hoodies on. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's going to be Friday. It's going to be 0 degrees with a negative 13 wind chill on Friday.
Oh, that's.
And I will work outside.
Oh man, nice. You better layer up, bro. Layer up, man.
Hope you have a hand warmer.
I'm gonna walk outside like this.
Hope you're an Eskimo.
Do you have a hand warmer?
Oh yeah, I have I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Man. Well, I appreciate y'all pulling up today, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. Come check us out on Friday. ARP in the morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check us out. Thank you, Michonne. Appreciate you pulling up today. Crystal, Celeste, Dion Spaces, MJ, Jay Witt. Appreciate you pulling up, and Rolando as well. Appreciate you pulling up, man. And hey, we'll try to do this thing next week. We'll try.
We'll do it.
We'll see. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, enjoy the evening. Y'all take care, man.
Thank you. Good night, all.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
It's the late shift crew. You already know. Handling this, stacking chips, money flow.